Dragon Ball fan, I'm sure you thought when the series came back we'd be talking about something a little bit different. The manga itself has been going on for a couple of arcs now, and since it's been going on, I'm sure we all expected the Moro arc. But now that it's been several of years since the Tournament of Power arc finished, we only had a movie between then. Well, really two movies. The first being a Broly movie that adds him in as a super character. This is also a canon movie and adds in Gogeta Blue. This movie really was phenomenal and fans lost their shit over it. However, the most recent movie we got was the superhero movie. Despite how bad the name may be, this is the resurrection of a great villain, Cell. However, it's not actually Cell's brain, it's just Cell's DNA. Really a terrible and fumbled design, but they really don't care. Because the sellers here weren't really Yellow or Orange Piccolo, instead it was Beast Gohan. And that's right, he is called Beast. They even did the signature red line transformation for Gohan. This new transformation with the red eyes and white hair is supposed to be hype. And really, it is hype until you see how crazy his hair is. I mean, look at how tall his hair is. It has to be fan-made. But even so, fans wonder, is the superhero movie supposed to be canon? How strong is Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo compared to the others? And also, where does it fall within the timeline of Dragon Ball? It's really hard to say, but Dragon Ball was never a storyteller to begin with. However, finally, we got something new for the series. Unfortunately, it's not what you expect. Instead of getting a continuation of the manga, we now get Dragon Ball Daima. Dragon Ball Daima seems to be set after the Buu arc and right before Super. But that's not the main importance of Dragon Ball Daima, it's instead this. Yeah, I know you've seen it before, I have too. It's called Dragon Ball GT. Fans hated that they went back to Goku by making him smaller. Really, he was a grown man inside a kid's body. However, for some reason, when he would transform to Super Saiyan form, that was not an issue. Why? I don't know, but that's not for today. Dragon Ball GT itself was kind of a fumble because of the Goku transformation. And while we had amazing moments such as Super Saiyan 2, 3, and 4, it didn't mean he wasn't still a kid. And he was over here beating characters such as Baby that were great villains. However, because of Dragon Ball GT, this show was not canon. And after we got some good transformations, we just moved on with never seeing Super Saiyan 4 again. Well, except in some other non-canon things. But Big Brain Toei decided it's time to drop another one. So here we go again with not only turning Goku into a kid, but every other character within the cast. I really don't understand why Dragon Ball chooses not to make canon stories. Especially after one of your previous stories has failed, you continue to do the same mistake again. It is true that Dragon Ball will probably never die, especially whatever they put out, but do we really need another series where everyone is reverted back to kids? I mean, at some point it gets very tiring. I mean, some of these characters don't even look like children. And what sucks is in a part of the video, we do see these characters in their adult form. But instead of giving us this, you give us this. And overall, as a fan, you have to be somewhat disappointed that this is what you get. Plus, this story is supposed to be before the Super arc, meaning most likely you're not going to get a new transformation. And if we do get a new transformation for any character, this means this story is not canon. Now, this is an overall Dragon Ball issue. It is very bad that we're getting these characters back in a kid form. I mean, how many times have we asked for Goten and Trunks to age, and then as soon as they do age, they make them babies? It's just so sad, but there is a bigger problem to this. If you have been watching Dragon Ball, you'll realize that this is Goku's series. We thought as fans for the longest time that Gohan would be the successor of the anime. Gohan was there for every single arc and did make progress, but soon as he stopped training, they basically forgot about him. During a future saga arc for Super, we saw a Goku Black character. However, at first, fans kind of expected this character to be Goten. While we know in the future Trunks timeline, Gohan was unfortunately killed. However, we never got a soft confirmation if Goten was even around. But then we find out that Goten is around. Well, he at least was around, that is. We find out later on that Zamasu took Goku's body and killed his family. Instead of doing that, why not make Goku Black Goten Black? Instead of asking, I'll just tell you why they can't let go of Goku. And this show here is a prime example of what I'm talking about. Even if you decide to make this a Chibi series, make it with Goten. Dragon Ball refuses to use their other characters when they have the chance. So if you're not going to kill these characters off, it's time to start putting them to use. use. I understand and I completely get it. Goku does sell, but they do not have to make Goku the main prize of the series anymore. As much as I dislike this fact, Naruto did the same thing. They decided to make another character the spotlight but kept Naruto around. Why can't Dragon Ball do the exact same thing? But overall, I don't want to be a negative Nancy. We're getting new Dragon Ball content, yippee! And overall, games such as Dokkan and Legends are going to get new content because of this. But you could have made a better decision instead of picking this. And unfortunately, if the numbers are high, we might get a Dragon Ball Daima game. And I really don't want to see that personally. But let me know down below what you think of Dragon Ball Daima. Was this the pick for the Dragon Ball franchise, or did you want something else? And finally, if you're looking for something to watch, I just talked about Bleach's Core 2 over here. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all have a good one. Take care.